And ready to go. Here we go with JPML Select English Commentary. With you, as always, is Gar, the Nelson, and Jenn R. Jenn, just now Jenn, of JPML. Oh, super. I wonder how likely I am to remember that next time we...
Now it's picking my. So I've decided that I can be Jenn Bar in English and just Jenn in Japanese. And also, I'm used to being just Jenn because in high school, we had Hot Jenn, which was not me, and I was just Jenn, according to everybody who called us that.
Huh.
I'm hotter now than I was back then, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I agree. Actually, I didn't really know you then, so how would I know? Huh.
I think I'm one of those people who has gotten hotter, though, like, as I became more adult. Because I think in high school I wasn't really hot, but I think in my 30s, actually. You wouldn't expect that. You'd expect like more people in their 20s, but I think in my 30s I made an effort to be kind of hot and succeeded a little bit. That's the story I'm going with.
Yeah. After my hernia operation, I'm not sure I'm really pulling off hot.
Well, I mean, there's the other interpretation because it is still freaking hot in Tokyo.
Oh, there is that.
Cooled down a little bit, but not quite enough yet. Evenings are much nicer than they were a week ago, though.
So. Oh yeah, boy, it is still just. I mean, it's going to be hot pretty much the whole way through September, right? We just lose.
Yeah, it seems because like
that Chinese hoax, global warming.
Oh dear. Let me see. Yeah, it's gonna be. Well, it looks like it's gonna be 25 on Friday, so we'll have a week of the 20s, and 20s are very welcome right now. 20s Celsius, yeah, actually, by the way.
Evenings have gotten a little more tolerable, at least.
That's what I just
running
said.
Around. Oh, right. Sorry. Just a little distracted by something smells good here.
Welcome, Vapris, Palladium, and welcome, Tips. This is, today we are going to be watching the first ever U29, the Ouraisen, the U29 women's tournament. It happened 4 years ago. Some familiar faces on this table. It's going to be a fun time.
So exciting.
Even you will recognize these faces. Are we ready to get into it?
I think I am.
All right. Garth's mic is on, and Jenn's mic is on.
Woo! All right, let's take a look at some of these faces that I supposedly know.
If you don't hear Garth or Jenn, then please let us know. But I think I did it this time.
Oh wow, 4 years ago, so everybody had to have masks on, huh?
Yeah, they had the face guards. Not even masks. God, they decided for streams we had to have face guards and not masks.
Oh, because you want to be able to see entire faces?
I guess.
Because, I mean, that's a thing they've decided, right? No sunglasses.
Yeah, true.
And I was kind of like, well, I mean,
no even sunglasses. The overlay, look at this overlay. It's like old time. It feels like old time. It's only 4 years ago, but like the overlay has gotten so much better in the newer broadcasts. But it does the job. So we have Miko Uchida as the first dealer. Rinka Hayakawa, one of my favorites in the South Seat. Kana Nakada, former, which one was she? The former idol.
Yes, she's.
And yeah, current M-Leaguer. And Arisa Date also, yes, as it says in the chat. Thank you, Tips. M-Leaguer.
Yeah, boy, I don't have to say. As everybody else here is aging gracefully too, since I don't really seem to recognize their faces at all. Miko, it was actually we were on the same first team when we did Roddle
Kamimura. And
yeah, I don't think I ever actually even have met. Oh no, I have met her sometime after a tournament. Everybody went drinking, and I definitely remember that I should remember her. Well, not accepting Tenpai.
So this is A rules also, by the way.
Uchida, I think Uchida could have accepted Tenpai there. It would have been Pen Cheaping.
Dante deciding how she's going to use that Dora. Floating Dora coming in. But Uchida's hand just looks amazing. Now she has like one of the widest hands that you can conceive of almost. Just needs to find a pair somewhere.
So that really would have been Tenpai. She's really hoping for Sanchoku, huh? Still not Tenpai.
Whose hand was waiting for Pen?
Well, Uchida had the choice of making her Atama Chi-wan, but then she would have lost that foresight rate. Now she is Tenpai again.
Her pair, the 7 Mon. You can say Mon, but like 7 Mon or 7 Won.
She has set herself up for Sanchoku. It was a journey to get there. She made it. If she draws the 7 of bamboos, I believe it is, she will have Sanchoku, Mentampin Sanchoku. Can she get it after all that work?
And she got
no,
something.
It was the Pinzu.
Yeah.
She did get the Sanchoku. Whoa! After all that work, way to go. It was a journey to get there, and she manages to pull off a massive starting hand. Is that 8,000 points all? Ipatsumo.
What are they playing in the background? Did you see like the table in the background is playing something as well? But it can't be this tournament because
this is the final table.
Yeah. I guess I should have put that logo over on the right side instead of right there. I left it in the same place as the OE final table. But there it is, right in your face. JPML English channel here. And Uchida will continue as dealer one more time.
Having gotten herself off to a fantastic start.
Do they still use those seat marker? I don't think they use those anymore because they've switched to they've also switched to the Rex 3. And this is not the Rex 3.
Like, I always kind of wondered, I mean, yeah, I guess it does give people a little bit of an idea of what's going on, but yeah, didn't seem that necessary.
Yeah, after each hand, whenever the dealer moves, you have to pass these magnets around the table. You see that yellow south magnet right there. Hayakawa reached, waiting for the middle 7 dot wait.
She will not wait to improve the hand, yeah.
Yeah, I could have maybe gone for an outside hand, but she wouldn't have been able to win in the meantime, just in case her winning tile came.
One important point that Jenn did sort of just make, well, totally made, is that these games are using the B rules. And so...
A rules.
Well, wait.
Is it what?
Ipatsumo, right?
Orai is B rules? Oh.
Well, she did flip over the Uradora.
Yeah, I really thought it was A rules, so I made the wrong point.
No.
Of course, Garthe and I have never played in these U29 tournaments because they didn't exist until we were past 29. So,
So we just would not know.
Yep. I totally was misinformed by myself there. I misinformed myself and you guys. Yeah, so that's totally worth it, the middle weight. But that makes the first hand, like, switching to Sanshoku even more.
Yeah, she really went all out for those extra points. And it sure did pay off. I mean, in the end.
Yeah, true. I mean, Baimon is massive in any roles.
Got the Ipatsu and the Sanshoku.
Oh, Vaporous, thank you for watching the Sankei Shimbun Cup over the weekend. We appreciate that a lot. There's another session coming up next week. So we hope you'll watch that as well. And she draws it! Hayakawa with the middleweight. And one Ura.
It's an Urda, all right. So we've got some luck happening. People's hands improving.
A manga in hand leads to Modoradora.
And that, of course, is the benefit of reaching, even when your hand doesn't seem to have a lot of value at the moment. You never know how much extra value you're going to get, perhaps with Ipatsu or Unadora. Just one door in the hand, suddenly it's Mangan. All right, so Rinka grabs a little momentum for herself going into her turn as dealer. Suddenly, Rinka and I are on a first-name basis.
In case you missed it the first time I said it, I love Rinka.
Oh, yes. Familiar with that.
She is at home taking care of her newborn baby right now.
Exciting.
Yes. Of course, wife of Shibukawa, another M-Leaguer. We have 2 M-Leaguers and an M-Leaguer wife here on the table.
Lots of representation.
And actually, I don't know if want this to be public or not, but we were talking about whether we wanted to become M-Leaguers or not. And she actually did not want to be in M-League against Shibukawa, it sounded like. She was happy being in JPML and playing JPML matches and didn't feel the need to be on an M-League team.
Interesting. It is, you think of it as sort of the dream at all times, but I guess, yeah, some people are just happy without it.
I mean, it does come with like contract and restrictions, so definitely some people are happy without it. There is something to say about freedom of movement, I guess.
Yeah. All right, hands sort of progressing. And boy, so it is confusing when the overlay now, they don't have everybody's names come up the moment that's the hand that we're looking at that moment.
Oh, with their picture?
Yeah, so you have to like try to see on the table. Oh, this is Hayakawa. Possible choice for Atama, although she did already have that. She'll drop the Pinzu side weight. Not side weight, but outside.
Home for Tenpai by Uchida. Uchida left with a Shaba weight. If you are located on the East Coast, by the way, Garth and I will be in New York next month with a Mahjong Matsuri and New York Comic Con.
It's gonna happen.
Does seem that way.
Almost certainly.
Yes.
It's really seeming like we're not joking anymore.
Not joking, not dreaming. And the dream is coming true.
Uchida gets her winner, just short of a half flush, so not a lot of points, but she already had a whole bunch of points, so she is not looking to advance her score as much as the other players will be. She's just looking to advance the turns as dealer.
Yep, not giving anyone else a chance to advance their scores. There are 4 games at this final table. We will watch 2 today and 2 next week, and in between that, we will be watching the current final table on Friday. That will be the first game offered for free, a free stream, and then subsequent games will require a JPML Superfan subscription. So please consider becoming a member if you want to listen to more commentary. I think Korak will be coming in as a guest commentator for at least part of it. And hopefully we'll have some other guest commentators as well.
Wow. I wonder how many commentators we will have who pronounce it subsequent.
Subsequent.
It's funny because I remember hearing that recently for the first time. I don't know, like maybe Trevor Noah said it or something. And I was like, what? That is a way to be that. Is he just joking? But then I've heard more and more people say it.
Turns
It is a
out
thing.
there are different accents and different pronunciations of words in English.
I know he says controversy too. Like that's a real thing.
The one that I would there's 2. One is the emphasis of frustrated instead of frustrated. And the other is
a good one.
Pasta instead of pasta.
Oh, that's just ridiculous. Yeah.
You say sequence. I like subsequent, but
right, and that's a very good argument for why that's also just a valid pronunciation.
I'm capable of saying either one. So. All right, and we have some mahjong here on the screen as well.
Yeah, we definitely, yes. Uchida definitely still way in the lead after she managed to quickly end Hayakawa's turn as dealer. And our new dealer is Nakada.
Yeah, and Dante just switched to a really wide, a perfect Ishanten, a perfect one-way shape, I believe. She kept that 3, the pair 3. Oh, it's not quite perfect because we have 2 pairs there, but she kept it just in case she gets that extra 3 character, 3 mon.
Hayakawa working her way towards a half flush.
Yes.
What had she palmed? Okay, yeah.
Looks like a half flush to me.
Let's see what she had palmed. Also, yes, we don't get to know what people have palmed in this overlay.
Overlay or the camera angle. Sometimes you can see it. You can see it peeking out behind the camera.
Right. I feel like the camera angle here has they actually not all of the cameras cut it off, do they?
No, it just
Hayakawa's poems are cut off. Like sometimes you can see the corner and sometimes you can't.
Yeah, sometimes the cameras are moved. People have different, like using their left hand or right hand.
Right.
So all of the cameras are mobile.
Also, sometimes we are walking around the cameras and we totally kick them, and then what's his name? Mita has to come running and say, "Don't kick the camera for the love of God."
Sounds like something I would do.
It's definitely something I do. Annoy the producers. All right, she could accept the larger.
And Hayakawa did pull the
5, 6, 6, 7.
the east tile, so she
okay.
does have that half flush.
And completing a straight for Dante.
Awesome.
Oh, Suji trap. Could we have a Suji trap?
Please make sure to hit that like button too. Onegaishimasu.
Hayakawa waiting for the 7 of bamboos. Just through.
They are all in Uchida's hand.
Oh, whoops, yeah. All right. So probably not coming out unless she really runs out of save tiles.
Looks like she is keeping bamboos a bit.
Oh, right, she's already reached. They are obviously not coming up, yes. So if she wants to win, Hayakawa is going to have to change her weight.
Uchida waiting for the 8 bamboo. on a Tsuji trap. A direct Tsuji trap with the reach declaration tile.
Also known as Morohikake?
Which I think you're not really allowed to say on streams, at least in Japanese.
Really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
You know, there's a whole list of things you're not allowed to say that people normally.
Yeah, I know. I get reminded of it like pretty much every time I'm, for some reason, in the booth, because I think I'm probably the most likely offender. Everybody's always worried that, all right, make sure Garth knows what he's not supposed to say. Except that's one of those things that's almost more dangerous. Or like you have it in your head.
Dante wins from Uchida's discard after her reach.
And that'll give her a shot at dealer.
Let me see this, because yeah, you're right. The 8 was also a weight for Uchida. Thank you, Pixel-san.
I think that was her only weight, right? It was a Kanchan, because it was 777.
I'm sorry, the 9 could also work. It was 567, 7779, so it's an 8-9 weight.
But he said, didn't she have all of the 7s in her hand?
Yes, and then she had a 5 and a 6, so 567.
No, it wasn't. It was fine. I thought it was 4, 5, 6. Sorry. Swing and a miss on that commentary.
Yeah, generally when you have that weight, you only have 3 of the tiles and not 4 of them. So that is a great catch, Pixel-san. Nakada trying to decide which direction to go. Ends up starting the process of getting rid of that middle weight, the 2-4 shape. Waiting for the 3.
An unnecessary 1 of dots. That improves a weight for Date. Do we think about a full street here?
Yeah, Hayakawa's hanging on to that Tsuji 2-5 shape, though. I think because maybe she is paying a little bit of attention to Nakada's dot discards. Looks like a flush, so she's not ready to discard either the bamboos or the characters yet.
Uchida completes a red dragon triple.
Exactly right, Muhammad-san. It was 8 and 9, so for the weight. Now
and Uchida moves. Uchida moving a little closer to just ending another turn as dealer. She'd just like to keep those turns as dealer moving along.
Interesting. Nakada is really going for that flush. It looks like she did not opt to keep the open-ended option, the 6-7-7-9 shape. Instead, she kept the 9, so she's pushing that part toward the outside. If you're going for a flush, then discarding middle tiles first leaves you in a little bit of a safer position, especially when it's easier for other players to play defense against you. They can see which suit you're going for, so they will not be discarding your suit as much, so you need to be able to discard safely into those people. Wait, not flush. So she wants to really use that 7-8-9 shape, draw the Dora probably. And no attempt at Sanshoku for Hayakawa either.
Oh, and pairs.
All pairs.
Nakada's switching to the all pairs look. Uchida still 1 away from ready.
Ooh, another Dora for Hayakawa.
To use it.
I think she can go for a Tanyao here, and that's what she'll do. She's got a sticky one away, I think, for that Tanyao hand. If I'm reading it. Not quite. I guess 2 away.
And that's Tenpai for Uchida, but just not quite exactly the shape she would have wanted. But she will reach with the word that we're not possibly not allowed to say.
Another Sudi trap. Reach. Just like she did the hand before.
And the chasing reach from Dante. Oh, and a little bit of luck. She continues with the reaching trap. Maybe that'll help somebody who doesn't have a definite safe tile to choose that 7.
So Hayakawa was 1 away before when she is 1 away. Her hand has been 1 away since she discarded that 9 dot. Not the best shape 1 away because everything ends in a shabu almost. But
oh, something has excited Scooby.
Nakada trying to figure out how to discard safely. And 1-3 passes, the other 3 well 2. But instead, Dante will draw her winner.
Dante will.
Tsumo. Dante, of course, well respected in M League as an extremely strong player. It sounds weird to say in English, but she has been pros like Oi from has said from Abemas, Team Abemas has really praised her as being one of the strongest players, and not one of the strongest women, but just one of the strongest players in M League overall. Voice actress.
Does he mention anything specifically that he thinks is strong about her play, or just like in general she's attacking and?
He probably does mention things specifically, except for that I didn't actually watch it myself.
No.
KY told me.
No, hold on.
I get a lot of reports from KY about what M Leaguers say, so.
Very important.
So once again, if you are on the East Coast, our Mahjong Matsuri at Sparrow's Nest will be on October 13th. We will have I think we'll do an intro, like a kind of promotional video for that, as well as do some posts and advertisements for it. So please save the date if you are in the New York area.
Should be fun. See if I fit any better into my Matsuri costume than usual.
I will definitely bring your green hair dye this year too, so make sure that you don't forget your purple jacket.
Oh, okay. I will find that. I think that is now currently at mother-in-law's house.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's in storage. You mean like it's not?
Yes.
Yes, that's also our storage is at father-in-law's house.
Yes, that's what parents are for. All this stuff that we should just throw away. How about we stay to keep it at your house?
Yeah.
Filling in a gap for Uchida. 7, 8, 9 of dots. Dante continuing her turn as dealer and making up a lot of ground on Uchida. Leading a run for Dante. Does she's going to hold on to the pair. She would really like to pawn east and get 3 Dorda and double east. The other 2 easts are sitting alone in other people's hands. If they get to place where they don't need them, there's a possibility they could come out. Completing another run for Hayakawa. She is one away from ready with no Atama.
She has an Atama.
She
won't. What are you
won't.
talking about? 1, 2, 3, 3, 3.
Oh, right. I always forget about that one. That she's waiting for a pen job. That's right. 3-3 is the yeah. There we go.
What? She has 3 3s.
Oh, there are 3-3s.
She has
Right.
2 open-ended weights, and she just has to fill in one of them to have an open-ended weight that she can reach with or wait quietly, even because it will be a Pinfu hand.
All of those things Jenn is saying are correct.
And that East tile would be a great safe tile to discard, I think. Except for that there are none. Oh no, it's not safe. It's a Dora! Ah!
Yeah.
But.
And Dante will certainly be pawning it the moment it comes out.
Which is why it will not come out until she is Tempai, and I'm pretty sure that she has a good chance at winning. There it is. I'm pretty sure it's going to come out now. There it goes. But she will not reach.
Boom.
Yep. And you know it's going to be pawned like that. You always wait before you reach because you lose that Ippatsu chance anyway. So you might as well just wait till the next turn to reach. And if it's pawned, you might just want to play a little bit safer and not reach as well. So it's definitely the move if you're discarding Dora when it's a value tile like that to just discard it, see what happens. If nobody pawns, of course, then you can reach the next discard. Or if you think that you can win against that player, but she'll win.
Oh, she gets the win. I go back and forth on that because the other thing to think about there is that if you don't reach there and your winner comes out, I mean, like, so there's also a good possibility that somebody was saving something valuable to win with there. What if you end up having to win on, cheaply without your reach on that valuable tile that they're finally discarding because they got your valuable Dora? I don't know. I feel like there's a bit of debate possible there.
No, I don't think it's a move.
Yeah, but I mean, I think people go both ways. No, I've heard it both ways.
I think that I just want to be right with you being wrong.
I am quite familiar with that.
I like the move I like the way that she played that. Maybe you can debate, but she's on this final table, and you are not.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Well, neither of us had a chance because we are over 29, but also we're not really on any final tables this year, so.
Yes, there is that consideration.
She was also Hayakawa on the Women's League final table last December, where I think she got 2nd place. Of course, Kaori Shimizu got 1st place in that event.
So after handing off some points to Dante, Uchida does get another shot at dealer. Got a nice hand in Nakata. She has a lot of possibility for creating some value in Tanpin and perhaps Sanchoku.
Pair of Dora for Hayakawa, yeah, but they are not value tiles right now. They are just guest wins. It's the south round, and Hayakawa is in the south seat.
So yes, not her value tiles specifically.
She'll have to find Yaku elsewhere. But the east has been Dora a lot of times this Hanchan.
Yes, it does feel like that has been a constant Dora. There's another pair for Hayakawa, although it happens to be in one of her open-ended weights. That's always a little disappointing. think Uchida's hand is maybe Sun Jen Janchen. What's our word for that again?
Jen Shanten.
Zen Johnson. There's one completed triple and a bunch of pairs. Theoretically, it's not that far away from one of our favorite hands. Completed that run in the Monzu, though, so probably not going that direction. Dante looking for a flush. Oh, that's just confusing. Then you don't know what you want to do.
Dante has pawned the white dragon, so well on her way to that flush.
All right, one away from ready for Dante.
And the green dragon as well. Is she holding on to a red dragon? Or no red?
I think so, yeah, right? I think she's got
board.
Shosung in there.
There's only, oh, there are two on the board, so just one left.
Okay, she's only got one.
Hayakawa holding on to that 2 bamboo. Why? What am I not seeing that she's holding on to the 2 bamboo for? Because it's safe to the dealer.
Yeah, I feel like there's a couple things. Oh, all right, that's Tempai. She'll drop that red dragon.
Dangerous to Date.
And that is a bit of a clue to the other players. Oh, she must be Tempai. If you've got two of the dragons pawned and you drop the other one, everybody says, oh, that valuable tile coming out there definitely means Tempai. Adding an open-ended weight in the Sozu Hayakawa. I think Uchida has kind of started to give up. She threw 5 of cracks in kind of a strange spot that if she was still really trying to win.
Nakada not quite sure which direction she wants to go. Ends up locking in that 6-dot pair and she'll keep the 2 open-endeds in the bamboos. I think it's a good move with the flush, the obvious flush here on the board.
Oh, and a choice to change the weight. She does. So Date will now be waiting for the south or the 6 of bamboos.
And that's an interesting little, like, you see her rub her fingers together. Let's go. Like, maybe sort of a little coping mechanism to make sure you don't think for too long.
Oh, interesting. I don't think.
I'm not sure, but that's what it felt like to me.
Nakada is one away from ready from kind of a big hand, but it's pretty late to be pushing, and she might just be about ready to throw in the towel. No Tempai for Nakada. And this hand will end in a draw. See any reason to throw the winning 6 there. Just Dante finishes Tenpai, and I think that'll move her into first place. Wasn't too far behind Uchida. And that 4,000 point swing should be just enough. Hayakawa's turn as dealer. There seems, some tiles were knocked off to get a ruling on who pays enormous penalties. You saw Konno stepping in to make a ruling, and it looks like they've decided they're just going to let the table shuffle the tiles up again and draw anew. Wonder if there was like some tiles were shown. They just decided to replay it, redo it.
Yeah,
I feel like the rules over the last year or so have become a lot stricter for Misehai. Have you gotten that feeling?
No.
I don't know. I feel like at the beginning of the last league session, there was a warning about knocking tiles off, and first time you do it, it's just a warning. Second time you do it, it's going to be a yellow card.
Only for the Rinshan tile.
It's just that one specifically?
Yeah.
Were people just that carelessly knocking that off all the time?
It was knocked off quite often, and when in JPML, when the Rinshan tile is exposed during the deal, then they come and they switch it out with the last tile of the dead wall. So that it's a Rinshan tile that no one has seen. And that was happening quite often. So they just decided to start issuing a warning, but it doesn't apply to non-Rinshan tiles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that being an angle that anybody was really shooting on purpose. Do you think?
No, it just gets kind of stuck on the tiles that you're drawing. It always happens when the first dealer is taking their first 4 tiles. You know what could just completely eliminate that issue that they'll not do for a couple years at least. It's just using the auto high pie.
Yeah, except I don't really like auto high pie either.
I do. I want to get as many hands done. I want to try and finish every game. I want to finish the games as quickly as possible. I am totally into auto high pie.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, I understand that there's really, technically no difference between, Tenho coming out because you rolled the dice and you got Tenho, or, it's just coming straight out of the table, but still feels something is wrong.
The only time I've ever seen Tenho is like on an old table that definitely did not have auto high pie.
Yeah, that's true. That's the only time I've seen it. And I wasn't even at that table. He thought it was right behind me.
Right, it was
Oh, that was the same one. Okay.
That's the only one I've seen as well. So the reason why the biggest reason why they don't use auto high pie, or the biggest reason that they give for not using auto high pie for pro matches, is that we play in a lot of different parlors with a lot of different types of tables, especially for the qualifying rounds, and they don't always have auto high pie, so it wouldn't be fair to have the same time limit if some tables had auto high pie and others did not.
Oh, that's an interesting. Okay, well, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, so it definitely makes sense. But I think when you get to a certain level where they all can have auto high pie, I don't see any problem with using it. But most people are even older than you, and they also feel that there must be something wrong. So
Yes,
I think it's partially generational.
I think there is a lot of that for sure. And I'd certainly heard the reason that I was giving before. I had not heard the one that you gave, and that just definitely makes a lot of sense too. People should try to make sense more instead of just making goofy reasons.
Dante does not take the open-ended kanchan, the open-ended gut shot shape. So she will not be able to use... I guess she can still use the 3 bamboo if she goes for a shapo, but... Now she could really use the 3 bamboo. I think that's a 6, yes. But she will not. She'll keep the open-ended and save that east for a safe tile, possibly her reach declaration tile. But Hayakawa will get the reach first. Waiting for the 5-8 dot. Nakada trying to decide what to do. Goes with the very edge, of which she has 2 up the 9 dot.
We'll hold on to that 1 away from ready shape, but the 8 of dots is also not clearly safe.
She can discard the 9 again, though. Not really push. Oh, actually, yeah, that shape is all right even without the 9 dot. The 5-8 dot looks really dangerous, but she'll push it anyway, and it deals in.
She had a feeling, and she didn't listen to it.
Also, we might point out that this was, I think this was maybe Nakada's first year in JPML.
Oh, yeah.
So she was quite a new player at this time, and it's pretty amazing that she made the final table. But she definitely didn't have quite the experience that these other players have. At the same time, it was just, just the end of, or we were finally just starting to play Mahjong again after all the COVID shutdowns, because we did not have any Mahjong for quite a while. For, I think, 6 months or so, maybe longer. I think we didn't have a league for like a year.
Really?
Yeah.
God, I just do not remember. I feel like we somehow powered through and made league happen anyway.
What?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, COVID, so the shutdown started in March of 2020. And starting in April, we did not have league.
Really?
Yeah.
For a whole year?
At least 6 months. I can't remember if it was the whole year or not. It might have been just the 6 months.
What in the world did I do for a year?
Definitely, we did not have league in the first half of 2020 season, which would be April to August.
Huh. I was really just going to the park with 1-year-old Riku all the time, huh? I do remember a lot of days at the park. And a lot of other families at the park.
COVID definitely warped everyone's sense of time. Very true. That is true. But yeah, it was... I kind of didn't mind the break from league because I was really like in a losing streak. I mean, it continued after we started again, but it was nice to have a little break from losing so much.
Yeah, you're on a nice upswing, right? You advanced from E2 to E1. You were even playing in Tokyo League, right?
Yeah, I start my first Tokyo League session will be on the 28th, I think. Oh no, the 27th of this month.
Exciting.
Yeah, I'm really
Good
excited.
luck with that.
It's only my second time actually qualifying for Tokyo for the Special Advancement League, so pretty excited about that. I think I even got positive in my league session, and you have to be positive overall in order to qualify for the advancement in the Special Advancement League. So
to take advantage of your winning in the league, which I did, but then I was not positive in league, so I did not get to advance like I should have. Here we are in the second hand of the South round. Hayakawa is dealer. She is 1 away from ready.
So I think we just went 6 months without league, and then we had to start getting PCR tests to play.
Oh God, I do remember PCR tests. Lots and lots of PCR tests. Completing a run for Nakada.
No, but we did not have OI at all in 2020. So that makes me think that maybe they only did A League, like A1 League or something, and not the lower leagues.
Huh. I just did not remember an entire season off.
Yeah, I think it might have been a whole year.
Boy, I think game centers were still open. You're still playing Fight Club, right?
Yeah, but they are asking you to like sit one away from each other and things like that.
Oh, that's right. They also had the whole thing. So, they created a whole thing so you could actually play from home, right? That application didn't exist before that, did it?
I think it did, but maybe we weren't allowed to use it.
Oh, I see. Pair for Nakada. Is she thinking about switching to an all pairs hand?
This tournament took place in April 2021, so it's just when we were starting to get everything back to playing with the PCR tests and the wearing masks. We had to mask for all of the leagues. And we actually had to like play earlier and stuff too.
Hayakawa as dealer gets the win. Nakada
Dora?
was
26 all.
and that'll give her a shot at first place, I think.
So this tournament takes place twice a year. So this was the very first one ever. It was in 2021 in the spring. The one that we're going to be watching this week is the one in the autumn. So if you want to watch the entire final table with live commentary on Friday, then go ahead and sign up to be a JPML super fan, please, on a membership. And you will also get to watch the Wakajishi tournament next week as well. So we're going to try and show 1 or 2 live final tables a month for our members.
Thank you to everybody who has signed up to watch us, because the only reason we can do this is because you guys have come in and given us the viewership. Completing a run for Dante. Echo with a nice start to a hand. That has actually moved her into first place, except that I think she was perhaps in first place even before that, maybe just a little bit ahead of Dante, and now quite a bit ahead of Dante.
But it's a big swing. We remember Uchida started with 54,000 points with the Oya Baimon.
So yes, quite a swing. Ada with the pair now. She's already got a triple of easts. That's not her wind. So she'll still want to be putting some points together. Or just getting to Tempai without any pawns. She can still reach. Con! Obviously, con. Oh. We're going to not instantly con?
Never
Holy
con.
cow!
She's the south round. She's the dealer and she has 3 Dora.
She just does not need it. That's why she makes the final table and I do not.
I think she wants a little bit of cognito. Cognito?
Incognito?
She wants
Yeah,
to be
she's
incognito. She wants a little bit of keep her hand a little bit closed. So if she shows the south as dealer immediately, then definitely people are going to be concerned with what she's doing.
and that'll get her to Tempai.
Interesting, like camera's stuck on Hayakawa.
Yeah. She is dealer, and she is currently in first place.
I think, wasn't it switching before?
I think it was, yeah, but
okay.
maybe the commentators, since we can't hear the Japanese commentator. There's Tempai for Uchida. Hoping to do yourself back in the game with a quick, easy win.
All the food vapors. Yeah, but once you're at Mangan, then you don't have to worry about food. So since she has 3 Dora, she's already past the threshold of needing food. They're both waiting for the same 6, but also Hayakawa can win on the 7 as well.
There's a bit of an advantage.
Of course, if Nakada or Dante end up dealing the 6, the win will go to Uchida and not to Hayakawa because of the head bump. My least favorite rule ever. I don't care who knows.
Oh, a totally unnecessary 7.
I don't think she's
gonna end up
discarding it. Yeah, because how can she break up that Tempai right there and it will deal into Oya Mangan?
Ouch. That is some unfortunate timing for Uchida.
Yeah, her hand was just a little bit too short to I think break up the Tempai there. She could have had maybe one safe tile, but what's she gonna do after that?
She was, as they say, pot committed. It's either go for it or pay the price. Not a lot of room for readjusting courses there. Just unfortunate timing for Uchida. And great timing for Hayakawa.
Yeah, she is now sort of dominating this table in her second turn at dealer.
Yeah, boy, there's been some pretty impressive swings in this game. Uchida with a huge win to start it off. And then Dante turning things around during her turn as dealer. And now Hayakawa turning things around again. So we've had 3 pretty major swings here. Could we get Nakada making the last final swing on her last turn as dealer? Hayakawa's hand gets the open-ended weight with the 1-4 of dots. Can she get it? 8 pots. You see several of the 1s of dots already in other people's hands. Perhaps a little bit thin. No door in the hand yet, but she's been so dominant that the other players are probably thinking, you know what? It's the first game. Don't have to push too hard here. Let's let her go with this one, and we'll attack again in a second.
Oh, deals in Hayakawa with another win. This time just need to Pifu.
So not a lot of extra points, but she does get to hold on to her turn as dealer. Steals a reach stick.
What's up, Vala? Thank you for coming. We really appreciate you being here.
She continues to run away with it. So Hayakawa builds a lead and is just building on it more and more.
If you're just joining us, we're watching the U29 Ouraisen women's tournament from 2021. I think the first major tournament, basically, post-COVID. And it was the first time that they ever had the U29 tournament. The final table is Miko Uchida, Rinka Hayakawa, Kana Nakada, M-Leaguer for Beast Japan, and Arisa Date, another M-Leaguer for Mahjong Fight Club. Yes, exactly. So since this was 2020, the spring of 2021, so COVID had been around for just about a year. We had also not played League. League was canceled for 6 months or a year. We can't remember exactly how long. But at least
just
6
reminded
months.
me that happened.
So this was one of the first tournaments coming back after that, and the final, while we were wearing masks, the normal surgical masks at League, these were face guards that they wore only for broadcast tables. And every one of these players, I am very sure, had a negative PCR test in order to be allowed to play.
I wonder if they had masks. I mean, they sort of mandated masks like this because, like, people like me would wear Cookie Monster masks, and then they'd be like, okay, that's just distracting.
No, I really think it was just to be able to see your faces. And some of these were used also on TV sets when you've had all your makeup done. The surgical masks kind of rub off some of the makeup, but these only rest on the chin, so they don't mess up the makeup as much. So that's another way that they were used. But are they effective? It's hard to tell.
Right.
Definitely they stop some of the breath, the particles, but it's hard to say how many.
Yeah. Can't imagine any of those particles making it over the top of those little barriers.
Another one that was used, not in Mahjong, but a lot of people are going around with like eye kind of visors that went over the eyes.
Yeah. There were a lot of different styles, weren't there?
Yeah. Put the makeup on the mask and a mask with a picture of your mouth printed on it. That is definitely one strategy. I have a really nice twin sequence hand in Uchida's hand, and she really needs some points to get back to the position she was in East 1 of this game. Dante will chi for 1 away. Uchida locks in the 2-dot as her pair. Now she is 1 away for both Sequence's hand and All Pairs hand. Hayakawa fills in 3-4-5 shape. There is a shot
fantastic.
at a Sanshoku here. But if she's gonna get the Sanshoku, then she'll take Tempai right now, but she can't switch to a Sanshoku. It's just gonna be the 5-8 weight. I think. Is that right?
I think it's
4, 5, 6 with a pair of sixes, and then it's a 5, 7, 8. 4, 5,
yeah.
7, 8.
I feel like there's an extra tile there. Yeah.
4, 5, 7, 8 maybe. It's 4, 5, 6, 6,
It's a,
6, 6, 7. So the 4 can be the pair with 6 as a triple and a 5, 6, 7 shape, or it can be a 5, 8.
or yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or
It's one of those
7 as a
crazy
pair.
weights. Not necessarily Pingfu, but it could end up being Pingfu.
So we have a 4, 5, 7, 8 weight. None of them except the 3, which would get her the Sanshoku. And it's hard to tell if she took a minute to make sure that she knew exactly what the weight was, or if she took a minute to decide if she wanted to not reach for a possible Sanshoku.
Certainly, yeah. Could still win on any hand. I think there's Tanyo in the hand no matter what.
Oh, there's that 3 too.
Oh,
She could have been a 2,
ouch.
5, 7, 8 weight.
Wonder if she's feeling like, oh, I missed a chance there, or if she's like, yeah, no, that's fine. It's not what I was aiming for anyway.
I mean, even with that, the Sanshoku is not guaranteed, so
Good point.
that is salt in the wound with another 3 coming. So a lot of times, if the Sanshoku is not guaranteed, then a lot of players will just take the reach anyway, especially in rules like this, when you have Ipatsu and Ura, and especially when you are the dominating dealer and everybody is just cowering in your wake.
Yeah, so you might as well push people around. It's like being the big stack in a poker tournament. It's almost your responsibility to just bully people.
This is Monoe Nakada trying to decide if she can discard that red dragon and cannot, so she'll go with the 7 bamboo. Of course, that means that her 5 bamboo Dora is isolated. They are not using A rules. Yes, I deceived myself into thinking that they were using A rules at the beginning of the game, but we realized that they were looking at Uradoras. So the Ouraisen is not A rules, and I imagine that also means the Wakajishi tournament, the men's U29 tournament, is also not.
That is probably a good assumption.
Of course, since we did mention earlier, Garth and I have never played in the U29 tournament because when we joined, I was still under 29 for quite a while, but they did not have this tournament because there were not quite enough U29ers.
I only barely made it to Japan while I was still 29.
Of course, I am still able to play in the Ranma tournament, which is the 30 to 49 tournament, I think, or 30 to 50. I'm not quite sure if it's 49 or 50, but that is like the biggest invitational tournament ever. That is I think the biggest demographic in our league, so it's a little bit too big to. And they just play down to the top 5 in one day, so it's a pretty crazy tournament.
Wow, that's some pretty aggressive action, isn't it?
Yeah, and also now World Reach Pros are eligible to play in the Ranma tournament. It is a closed JPML tournament, but our World Reach Pros are especially allowed to play in it as well. And Tamash played this year in March. Tamash also played in the JPML Masters tournament. We have some video footage of that will be coming out next week, I believe, on both the JPML English channel right here, the JPML Japanese channel, and the WRC channel. We have 3 different perspectives and 2 different languages that we are reporting that on, and it was a really fun day of filming with Shinya Mita and Tamash and myself.
Dante will just not give up. She's had some not completely safe tiles that she's still just decided to keep pushing against the reach with.
I wonder if she can see something that we can't for things being safer, but it pays off because she wins a hand, yeah.
Wins from the currently hapless Nakada.
Nakada, of course, was preoccupied with playing safely against the reach, which is a very common problem that you have to. I mean, it happens all the time because you have to pay more attention to the dealer's reach. It's just the odds that you have to play. The difference between A and B rules is just Ura and Ipatsu. Also, rounding up for Mangon. A rules uses 7700 for 30 fu with 4 Han. But the WRC rules, formerly called B rules, you round up to Mangon instead of 7700 or 11600. I think that should be a common term.
Yeah, it's they use it in the Shire.
11d6?
Well, 11d something was used, I believe.
Oh, good, yeah. So there's precedence. Perfect.
Right? So Nakada gets her shot at dealer after handing off a few points to Dante, who was just not going to fold that hand. Dante does have the last turn as dealer this game, so she may have been figuring, okay, look, I have a shot at even if I throw in here, I will still have a shot later. She's also so far ahead of the third and fourth place players that she might also just be figuring, you know what, fine, I'm going to push. And Nakada would like to put some magic together to see if she can get a few points.
Comment from Valley, I love these completely over-the-top gaming chairs. Yes, I want one in my house as well, but I am not quite famous enough to be offered one. A lot of the M-Leaguers have actually been gifted these AK racing chairs.
Certainly have seen quite a few of them when we were, actually, all right, now that I think about it, maybe I only saw one of them. Like when we were interviewing, what's his name?
Shochan. I think Uotani and Sasaki and Shochan all had them.
Okay, yes. I felt like I did remember seeing a few more.
Yeah, in our Prost episodes, of course. We'll have to record another Prost episode. A couple of the episodes that we had recorded got corrupted, so I'm editing the ones that were not corrupted, but we will be recording again soon. So if you have any logs that you have streamed on Twitch or YouTube or another platform from Tenho or Ronron, then please send the link over and we will try and get a pro to roast them for you.
While we've been talking about ourselves, Nakada has gotten herself not too far away from Suwonko, which would be a pretty massive way to get herself back in the game during her turn as dealer.
Yeah. Of course, it's always just difficult to decide what to do in those situations because as dealer, part of you just wants a fast hand to stay dealer. But sometimes
at what point does she decide to pawn? Yeah, to open it up.
It's always the dilemma with the 4 concealed triples is when do you make one of them an open triple? I will submit a 2-hour montage of me dealing in. Well, I mean, if everybody played perfectly, we wouldn't be able to do a show like Prost. So.
Yeah, I mean, that might even be a valid theme for a show. Like going over the times that you dealt in. Was this one a good one? Was this one a bad one? Was this one justified? Should you have actually folded in this one? I think that would be actually a absolutely fine theme if you really had that many to choose from.
Yes, but it would be a boring world if everybody just played perfectly all the time. We love having different mahjong styles and love having questions about what should be done here. And for the most part, there's not one clear answer.
Right. I think that's one of the things that just keeps coming up all the time is like, some players would do this in this situation, some players would do that in this situation. And it's never like, this was clearly, all right, there are some situations where yes, it's like, yeah, probably should have given up on this one. But most of the time you can make arguments and reasons for why one decision was still valid.
Interesting. Nakada chooses to lock in that pair of 3 dots instead of keeping the option open to use another one, and the 1 is out, but the 4 dot with her 1-1-1-3-3 shape. She did have the 2 that she discarded, and that will be Tenpai. So good. Will she reach as dealer? I think reach would be a great option here.
Would definitely like to scare the other players off, make them feel like they should not continue pushing.
Vala, for that 2-hour montage, I only need to record for half an hour. Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh. What is happening?
Oh, somebody made a mistake.
Oh, she wanted to make sure she can reach with a negative score, I think.
Oh, okay.
A lot of, like I said, this was her first year at being a pro. This was probably her first tournament at being a pro. Oh, reach Ippatsu. Not Ippatsu because they cheat, but reach immediately winning the hand. If you've never played in a pro match before, then a lot of times you've only played where once you have less than 1,000 points, you're not allowed to reach. So she just wanted to double check and make sure that she was allowed to reach. I'm glad that they were able to answer that question, because when you are a brand new pro, and especially this is a tournament for young pros, I think that just a clarification like that it doesn't really have an effect on the game itself. And I like I never want to like win because you didn't know that rule. I mean, sometimes it happens. She
Wow,
take it from the
another
wrong. I think she took it from the
controversy.
wrong place. No? Is it a 10? Oh, it was a 3. Wait. Oh, just a... Alex, correct. I don't know. I don't know what happened here.
She does look like she's taking a bit of a sigh as they're trying to figure out what to do.
No, I think they're just waiting for the shuffle to finish until she can push the button.
Oh, okay.
The tiles are shuffling inside the table, and now they're finished so they can move on. A lot of times if you mess up the deal, then you just re-deal, especially if people have not seen their entire hand.
Yeah, I do feel like there used to be a lot more forgiveness about honest mistakes.
No, I think there still is. It's just that there were a lot of being shown. It was just happening way too much. So, I mean, another thing is a lot of these players in the U29 tournaments and like the lower leagues that we are in, except for us, have mostly played online to learn, and they just have not practiced taking tiles as much. They've either learned online, or even if they're playing in parlors, they've been playing with auto hi-fi. So I think that those, just like a tile falling off the wall, happens a lot more.
That is another good point that I think we often forget about, is how much experience people lack on playing on automatic tables.
I mean,
and like you always saw that. Yeah, we always saw that whenever you had like a Mahjong Fight Club event with people who were used to just playing online, and then just their hands shaking uncontrollably.
And really amazing players online as well. Like really,
right?
Yeah, really strong. A lot stronger than us, and a lot of not even us. A lot stronger than a lot of the even better, higher ranked pros.
Right.
Playing in Mahjong Fight Club, because they were specifically like practicing with those rules all the time. Yeah, but it's just a different ballgame when you actually have to take the tiles and there's no, there's no auto win. There's a lot more to think about, and Maybe, like, taking the tiles without knocking over other tiles is just not the priority in your brain.
Yeah. So Dante has taken Tempai. She had the option of an open-ended wait in the Sozu, but she chose to stay with the Dora Tanki. So she wants points, or perhaps she was afraid of giving up points.
My first time playing in person was interesting. From Yasa. Yasa, one of our JPML super fans. Thank you. Also won as being our first ever JPML super fan, won a Reach Mahjong The Only Way to Play book. We appreciate you.
Yes. The very first.
We will have other offers coming up in the future. I mostly play with just old school tiles in real life rather than online. So I imagine that means hand shuffling, right? See, that's one thing. So when Garth and I started playing, we were playing in parlors all the time, and there was no auto hi-pi when we started. We had to definitely take the tiles ourselves. But we also almost never played hand shuffle because we don't really play at people's houses. We would just go to a parlor and rent a table by the hour.
So, man, interesting move from Date. She just does not want the open-ended wait. She wants something Tanki. And so she switched from Dora Tanki to now Red Dragon, Chun Tanki. She just thinks, will she choose? No, she will continue not to choose a Ryanmen Machi open-ended. She wants a single tile. The strong play, as we might say. Will it pay off for her?
She's also trying to decide what to do instead of taking that fake open-ended, the Aryamin shape. She decides to go headless. Knocking over tiles in my playgroup isn't chombo because we all have ADHD and we'll forget what the tiles were anyway. It is true. I never remember when somebody exposes a tile. And if I'm lucky enough to see it, I really have a hard time remembering what it was.
No. Definitely. I'm also on that team. Like every once in a while, I feel like I should really just try to remember this, shouldn't I? And then I just 2 draws later. Oh, what was that again? Nakada's hand really slowed down. She had a nice and there's reach
with a
from
2-dot
Uchida.
single weight. Interesting.
That is an interesting decision. She just could not wait for a better weight.
I mean, she chose to go headless instead of making that 6-9 bamboo weight. I think there's a lot of players who may have started with the 1-dot discard and gotten rid of that side weight with the open-ended
Interesting choice.
places. Yeah.
She does have 1 Dora, so she can draw her winner and get an Ura. She does get the Mangan.
And that's
The
temper for Nakada.
2 of dots. The 2 of dots is and the 2 of dots, by the way, for Uchida is Suji. This does put Dante in a bit of a bind.
Also, Nakada is Tempai with Pinfu hand. But she's waiting for the 1-4 dot and all the 1s are out on the board. One of the 4s is out on the board. It is a completely safe tile to the reach player. So I think not reaching there is an excellent move. There's a really good chance that somebody folding will discard that 4 dot.
And here
it
comes.
Dante.
Nice play, Nakada.
Shuffling
Leaves
the
a trap
tiles.
open. Interesting choices by Dante. Depending on what she had chosen to wait for, she might have been able to win that hand sooner and get to her turn as dealer. Instead, she deals into Nakada, and Nakada gets another shot at gathering some points. Also pushes Dante a little bit further down, away from Hayakawa.
Shuffling the tiles is a skill unto itself, agreed. It's a game changer. Learning to slip the fingers under the tiles rather than over. What?
You mean for Tsumi Komi?
I think just for hand shuffling. But I think it means the way that you know, when you have like an open hand, you put your hands open and you're using your fingers to push the bottom of the tiles instead of over the top where a lot of the tiles flip over easily.
Oh, I see. So Date has a half flush possibility. I would imagine she will be pawning the first chance she gets. Hayakawa with a comfortable lead. I don't think she's feeling any pressure to try to end this turn as dealer. There is that first pawn, like interesting from
Date.
From a 1-2-2-3-3 shape, completed run and an open-ended wait, and instead she'll take the pawn. Throwing the one of bamboos there does also perhaps disguise her hand a little bit.
Also, two of the one bamboos were out already, so she might have seen it as kind of difficult to complete a second sequence in that group. I mean, you could have just discarded the two, but...
Right, or the other idea is that perhaps Chitoitsu, but then of course you don't lead the one anyway. And there it is again, so. Two more pairs she can pawn, but still no fourth pair. Nakada had some options for her.
She did end up with the other three, I mean, because she pawned. But I do wonder if there was any thought to an outside hand at all. 1, 2, 3, and that pair of nines.
Oh, interesting.
Because pawning the 9 bamboo would have been... I mean, it's not out yet, but keeping the 9 to pawn with the 1, 2, 3 shape. Shosangya and height, possibly, but she'd have to get rid of one of the pairs over there, either the 3 bamboo or the 9 bamboo, I think. So it's unlikely we'll see it in this hand.
Dante just not getting any draws. There's another pair for Hayakawa. So that's one away from ready, I think it was, for all pairs. And finally, oh no, that's not pairing anything.
One of the only wins that is not a pair.
Right. Ouch. There's one of the threes that Date wants.
Ooh, triple up for Hayakawa. And this is also Sanjin Shanten.
There you go. Could we just have a sleeper, just crazy end of this hand? Hayakawa runs away with Su Uncle. Not on this draw.
Val says, I'm just one of those people. I'm one of those people who prefers the tactile and social experience of tabletop games. I think most of us prefer playing mahjong in person. It's just that online is such a great way to train.
And yeah, just anytime. That's Dorda for Date. She might be thinking about giving up pretty soon. Hayakawa, the 7 of cracks would, of course, be the Dora indicator. So that's one fewer tiles that she can have there, but she will keep pushing for it. Finally, something that Dante can work with, but boy, we're really late in the hand. I would imagine she is leaning towards giving up, just waiting until her turn as dealer. She's not really in danger of falling into third place at this point, so she might be content with certainly holding on to second place going into her turn as dealer and just trying to make some points then.
How often are you, as a Garth, content with just keeping second place?
I always feel pressure to get more than that. I am never like I just all right. Speaking of the kids tournament, the other kids tournament, Shinjin Oh, were we talking about that earlier? I feel like
We're
in
talking
that
about
tournament,
Wakajishi, which is the men's U29,
different, yeah.
but also Rookie Cup is for our new pros, the first 5 years of them being a pro.
I remember I made it to I think the semifinals. Another Dora for Dante, and now it's some interesting developments in not the flush. She suddenly has a possibly toy Dory hand for lots of points. Made it to the semifinals, and then had a hand where I could have pushed for points, but I was like right on the border of where for some reason that tournament was set up in such a way. I think that you were even for the semifinals, you were still playing points wise against people at other tables, and I just didn't take the points. And then, as it turned out, I could have had I played for another 2,000 points. I think would have had it. Wow, she gets to Tempai. Waiting for Dora and Kuso. Both the Kusos are in other people's hands, and so are both Dora. So she's probably not going to win. It would be weird for either of those tiles to come out at this point. Here? No. Not from Hayakawa. No reason for that to happen. So I think I have this tendency now to push for points whenever I have that opportunity. Like I feel like I have to go for them.
Do you feel like that in League as well? In normal Pro League?
Oh, in League, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yasa says, I'm not really good at tournament thinking, and Bella says, I'm not really good at thinking.
Yeah, I don't have any philosophy at all at League. I just don't know why anybody does anything there. Except for, just pushing all the time. That seems to be a valid strategy for everybody but me.
4 players, no 10. And I said I thought somebody was playing in the background, but it turns out that is just the referee, Shintaro Kono. Superstar and one of our favorite teachers. And just favorite people. He's always a good time.
So Dante at the very end there, she chose not to take Tempai, huh? She felt like she was Tempai, wasn't she?
Just look at my poor man's replay. Let's see. Uchida was 108, chose to just fold. Hayakawa was not quite there. Nakada went away. Oops. Just didn't see Dante's hand only. She was 1 away, I believe.
Huh, I
Did
thought
she
she had
draw
gotten
into
to Tempai.
Tempai at the very end?
No, I had thought that earlier I thought she got something to triple up, so she was waiting for the Dora and Kyuso, but I guess I must have misseen. In any event, it gets them to the final hand of this game. Had a lengthy one here. Dante is the final dealer.
I think maybe she had 3-3-4 in her hand, and maybe you saw it as 2-3-4.
Oh, well, I think I would have seen it as 4-4 or 3-3-3, perhaps. I don't know. Because I thought that was a triple that she was waiting because she had Dori Dori. Toy Chun Dori Dori.
She got it later. But it would have been at the very, very end of the hand because she had the 3-3-4 shape for quite a while.
Just talking about Shinjin O too much. Once again, talking about myself. Can't focus. Cannot chew gum and talk.
Also one of the Shintaro Kono, also one of the historic winners of the Rookie Cup, the Shinjin O.
Speaking of that, yes.
Terminals galore.
Nakada would like a Mongon just to get herself into third place. Uchida is probably just thinking, well, let's end this game on a not me throwing into somebody else sort of note. Hayakawa, I will try to escape quickly here, waiting for the 6-9 of bamboos. I believe that was Tempai, right?
1 second. Also, Yasa, the book arrived. Yes, Yasa is our very first JPML superfan member of this channel, able to watch all of the final table matches that are behind a paywall. We have to do that because the Japanese channel broadcasts them behind a paywall, so we are only allowed to broadcast them behind a paywall as well. So as the very first subscriber to the channel, we offered a book, and or not subscriber, member to the channel, and Yasa turned out to be the very first. He just insta membered up for us. But are you sure that you gave me the wrong postcode and I didn't just write down the wrong postcode? Because both are definitely possible. So I'm glad that you got it, though, in the end. And reach for Uchida! You were right, of
She'll
course.
go for it.
Hayakawa was Tempai waiting for the 6-9 bamboo. What is she going to do against this reach? She is in first place. She does not need to push, but she has 2 Dora right there.
She's also comfortably in first place. So throwing to Uchida would guarantee, there's no chance of her throwing more than 30,000 points. So she loses a few points here, but she holds on to first place. Doesn't allow Dante any chance to get more points. I think there are a lot of reasons, a lot of arguments you could make there for that being a valid push.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
She had the 2 Dora, like you say, too.
She had the 2 Dora. She was Tempai. If you're Tempai, you pretty much always have
an argument.
An argument to push. Oh no! So you gave me the wrong postcode, and I wrote down the wrong address separately. So as a team, we totally messed it all up, but somehow the post system is better than the U.S. postal system. So I'm glad it worked out. Yeah. Luckily, I think there was a phone number on it as well, so hopefully
that helped.
Yeah, it wasn't too difficult to work out. Yeah, I'm glad you got it. Phew. Phew. All right, so that is game number 1. Of course, Rinka Hayakawa ends in first place. Dante was in second place with Uchikawa and Uchida. I keep saying Uchikawa. Uchida in third place and Nakada in fourth place. We will watch game number 2 as well.
Oh. Okay. Yes. Should we take a second to refill our water bottles?
Yes. Our coffee cups are. You received the world's first scam. The first non-scam. We can't deliver your parcel. Oh dear. Well, at least you knew you were waiting for one. So, all right, we will take a very quick break. If you're wondering about the book, it was my reachmahjong.com, The Only Way to Play, which is aimed mostly at beginners, but also intermediate players. Lots of history, lots of anecdotes from pros. Garthe proofread all of my essays in there. And
yeah, some historical work going back there.
Yeah, it was a really fun but also exhausting project that we made. We added 100 pages, 2,000 changes from the first edition, but such really good content, I think, if I do say so myself.
Yes.
Tooting my own horn here, but we will
Sometimes you have to. Yes. We'll be back.
Right back. Yeah. So don't go away.
Sounds good. And we are back with game 2 of the under 29 one? Yes,
Ouraisen women's tournament.
Ouraisen.
Yes. And we are
this
both
was the
mics
first
on.
ever?
We both have mics on again.
Yay. And there was much rejoicing. Yay.
Yeah.
And you did say, I think this was the first ever of these, was it?
Yes, in 2021.
2021. And some big names on this first ever of it. Nakada Kana and Arisa Date, both M League players. Hayakawa Rinka, also very famously married to another A League player, and Uchida Miko.
M League player. I mean, he's also A League in his league, but also M League.
Right. And of course, Uchida Miko, who is famous because she was on my team in Raw.
Or maybe you're famous because you were on her team in Raw.
That's probably the way that works. That's definitely the way that works, isn't it?
Yes. All right. Let's get into game 2. Everyone at the same tables once again. Same seats once again. Both of our mics are on. Yes.
Mics are on. Yay.
I sure do hope that this is not this our first game again. I hope it's the second game.
That would be disappointing. Uchida is again the first dealer. Did she throw south as the first discard last game?
I don't know. We'll see when the overlay comes up.
Also,
there it is. Look at they already have scores, so it's definitely game 2. It also says game 2, and the door is not east, so you know it is not the last game. Every single time the door was east last game.
But you would not have known it from the way they are sitting, because they are sitting in exactly the same order that they were last game.
Exactly.
Including the starting dealer.
That is what I said as well a second ago.
You did say that? Oh. Wow. Is there an echo in here? Like, yeah. How do I recover from that?
I don't know. I said sitting in the exact same seats. And I thought that was clear, but maybe not. Maybe it wasn't clear. Maybe it was only clear to myself, and that happens a lot where I know exactly what I'm talking about. No one else does.
You know, not to. I mean, I don't know how obvious this obviously happens, or if this is like, oh wow, so Garthe cannot think about two things at the same time. Like you were talking, and then I was like, oh, this is my chance to try to check out, are they in the same seats? And then do you finish talking? I'm like, okay, now I have my point. I checked it, and now I'm going to say the point that I'm making, and it was the exact same thing.
All right, so it's possible that I was clear. But we still don't have conclusive data on that. It's just a possibility.
It's almost certain.
All right, and what are they doing in the same seats?
Well, Uchida is trying to recreate the first hand from last game. She had a big win to start off, and then everybody else just took points throughout the rest of the game and managed to push Uchida down into third place. Nakada had a rough start, had some hands with some promise, and just ran into other people's big hands. Uchida is one away from ready and has another chance to change things up here. She'll keep pushing towards Tanyao and possibly Jan Pekel. Ridiculously, always traditionally undervalued Jan Pekel, the double run. Hayakawa gets another open-ended wait and another open-ended wait. Oh, this is Tenpai. Tenpai for Nakada. Or not? How did I miss what's going on there?
I was reading the chat. Vala always trying to make us feel better about ourselves. Don't feel so bad, Garthe. I struggle to think about one thing at a time. Very kind.
Thanks. Oh, she wanted the full straight.
Yes, so she did not take Tenpai, and she got it the next hand. Now she's waiting for the 147. Just double checking that weight. Of course, there's 3 1s out, so possibly just checking that. But
The expensive one is not. She's going to be drawing thin to the expensive one. I guess. Oh, and no reach, but Hayakawa does get the quick win. And
just Pinfood Sumo, I think 400, 700.
With the lead she has, she's not really concerned about getting a whole bunch of points. She'd just like to sort of sneak off with a few points here and there, keep the game moving along, and maintain her sizable lead from the first game. Not only did she take first and Dante took second, but there was a pretty wide range between everybody's scores. Pretty much, 30 points between Dante and Nakada, and another 20 points, I'd say, between Dante and Uchida, and then another 10 or 15 points it was between, excuse me, Uchida and Nakada. So some pretty wide deficits to make up for all the players.
But still 3 more games to do it. This is not the last game. It's not the last chance by any means.
Indeed.
So the players are going to be looking to sort of at least close that gap during this game. Mind the gap.
Definitely. My favorite parts of being in London. Just random booming voice. Mind the gap. Hayakawa with the quick win on the first hand, but not a lot to work with on this second hand. Nakada fills in a side weight in the Manzu. She'll commit to the open-ended weight in Pinzu. Oof, excuse me. There's an open-ended weight for Hayakawa. Dante's hand seems to be the most quickly progressing. Choices for Atama. She moves towards Tanyao. All simples.
Not keeping that option for the Sanshoku though, because possibly because the one character was already discarded. So discarding, keeping that 2 character could end up in Furi 10.
Okay. Well, no. All right. This is committing to the sixes, probably being sixes of cracks being her Atama. Just through the 1. Is she going to commit to the gut shot, or is she? All right. So she's going to throw away the possibly dangerous 7 of dots early. Whatever tempai she gets, she will at least have Tanyao in the hand, so she doesn't have to worry about needing to reach. She could wait quietly.
Yes, it says I have doa ga shimarimasu burned into my brain.
Doa ga shimarimasu.
I have please off your seat, because for some reason the ER is cut off. It should be offer your seat, but it's please off your seat to those in need. Yeah, at least on the Chuo line.
It's printed that way?
No, it's the voice. The voice says, we're talking about the voices on the train.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
And it says,
so Dante.
Yeah, she says, she's talking about the priority seat, since please off your seat.
Interesting. So Dante takes Tempai. She will not wait to make add value to the hand. 2 of her 7s, and here's another 7 going to Uchida. That's not going to come out for a while. So unless she can improve her weight, she is waiting for 1 remaining 7. Currently not likely to come out from Uchida either. That's another pair, so that's the extra 7 is not coming out from Hayakawa either.
Says Pinfu Nomi with Ura and Ipatsu available seems a bit sus. I think that even with Ipatsu and Ura, a lot of players are going to wait to have at least 2 Han before they reach. Just reaching and not having the availability to change your hand after the reach is kind of a deterrent if your score is really low. Think about going from a 1,000 point hand and reaching and having all those restrictions, and you only up your score to 2,000. It's only a 1,000 point gain unless you draw it. But with Pinfu, drawing it only gives you like what 2,700 instead of 2,000. So with just Pinfu, a lot of pros are not going to reach. If you have Pinfu and Adora, even, and you're at least getting a 1,900 point difference and then a 2,600 point difference if you draw.
Ipatsumo for Uchida.
With Adora.
So a lot of people got to Tenpai right around the same moment there.
And I was just talking over all of them. But I think that's an important strategy point that we actually go over in a lot of professional study sessions.
Yeah, I guess it shouldn't be that surprising. The name of the game is Reach Mahjong, and that's pretty much one of the major discussions that just comes up, all the time. Should I reach? Should I not reach? And why? And of course, there's lots of theory.
So I think one of the
like Jenn
takeaways
just
that
gave
we
you.
get, is it's one of the most efficient ways to play is to go for hands that will give you a Mangan Sumo, because you're not getting too many extra Han. You're not waiting too long to reach. So you want to have at least 2 Han with your reach, and then when you Sumo, it's Mangan.
When you Sumo and get the Ura or Ipatsu, that's insta-Mangan. So Nakada starting off with a few groups here completed, 2 groups completed and a pair, and another possible run. It's a good start for her turn as dealer. There's another pair, and she's 1 away from ready. Not the greatest shape, but it is her turn as dealer, and if she can get to Tenpai quickly, she might do the snappy reach and hope that everybody else folds. That improves the weight. She can get the 3 of bamboos now and have an open-ended weight. Except that there's another one of them now in Dante's hand. Another pair. Now 4 pairs. She'll start leaning towards a 4 pairs hand. A 7 pairs hand. A triple for Hayakawa. Taking away one of her open-ended weights. She'll throw that away. And could we see Su Uncle? Sanshin? Sanshanten. Sanshin
Shanten.
How come I can never ever?
So Yasa says, I don't straighten my tiles when I'm in Dama or open Tenpai. Am I paranoid? It seems like a tell to me. Noticed a player doing it last hand. In Dama, I don't think it's actually a tell. A lot of players will move their tiles around. Usually, if they're moving their tiles around like that, I'm going to think that they're moving it to call tiles. They want to chi, and they don't want it to be obvious what they're chiing from. So I don't think it's exactly a tell. A lot of players will move their tiles around a lot during the hand. So I think after reaching, I hate to put my Tenpai tile into my hand, but I have been like called out on moving my tiles after, like showing my hand first and then putting that Tenpai tile into my hand after. And it's interesting because I think there are a couple different ways of thinking for that. Whenever somebody says Ron and then moves their tiles around and then opens their hand, like that looks suspicious to me because of some of the YouTube videos I've seen of Takeo Kojima. But other people don't like it. They want you to to make your hand all organized before you open it, so that they don't have to like be looking for what the weight was. So even within the pro realm, it just really depends on how people think, and everybody thinks differently apparently. No, everyone thinks like me.
There's not. I don't think there is any really good consensus. I mean, I guess the safest, most like, oh, okay, this is definitely not any kind of angle shooting, is to just put your reach tile in so that you can just flip your tiles down when you complete the hand.
Yeah, but I always feel like that gives away some information too.
Right? So I feel that way too. And so then, well, all right, do you have to give away information like that, or is there any way that we can just decide that that's actually acceptable? Because yeah, why do you have to give information away?
Yeah. I've only one person has ever said anything to me though. And I saw somebody else, like a big senpai, do it last week, so I decided I'm not gonna care anymore. Rinka Hayakawa Tenpai does
Right? She's
not
waiting for the fourth
reach.
7 of bamboos. She's not going to reach because she doesn't need the points.
Yeah, I think maybe she's decided she's gonna hang low a little bit and let other players just kind of get to Tenpai and snipe them, which I think is fair. Also, Tenpai for Dante reach, waiting for the 3-6 dots.
Nakada chose that moment to get rid of the Dora. Good timing if she does manage to get to a place where she can push. Hayakawa now can fold, having not reached. And she's got the 8 of dots coming. Oh, and that's not Tenpai. That's just 1 pip short of Tenpai. No, she's not going to do it.
Instead, she'll deal into Hayakawa's snipe 4-7 bamboo. Wait, Tanyao? Just Tanyao, I think.
I believe it was just Tanyao. So quick cheapo for Hayakawa. And that continues the turn as dealer moving around. We are nearly halfway through this first round of the second game. The East
also
round.
shuts down Date's reach there. And I think that probably Date is one of the players that she's marking. She's like, I don't want to let Date get a chance to get lots of points.
Indeed.
I'm just loving Vala's comments. The reason to reach when you just have Pinfu is so that you can farm content for that dealing montage. Love it. And also says, can't give away information if even I don't know what's going on with my hand. I have been there too.
Classic, yes.
So what is Date going to do with this first dealer turn of game 2? Can she turn it around and gain some points against Hayakawa? You'll also notice with this older overlay, they do not update the total scores based on what the current scores are. So in most of the games that we cover nowadays, you'll see those scores at the top are in yellow and they'll change with every single hand. But in this case, we're going to have to do the calculations ourselves. So you'll know that first place gets a 15-point bonus, the UMA. Second place gets 5 points, third place is -5, and fourth place is -15 with these WRC rules with no red 5s.
Dante, not a lot of value in her hand at the moment, but she is still only 2 away from ready after the first stage of drawing. We call that done? We call that done? Done? The first step
Joban?
Of drawing and discarding?
Ban and not done. Joban.
Joban.
The first, it means beginning of the hand. Generally, it talks about it. It refers to the first row of discards. So the first 6 discards for Joban, and then we move to Chuban, which is generally the middle 6. But depending on how fast everyone's hands are, that is a little bit fluid as well. And then the last row or the end of the hand would be Shuban. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I was trying to talk about.
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm explaining something that you were asking about and not just explaining something brand new that nobody asked
No,
about.
it's just always funny. I mean, so how long has Garthe been playing? Why does Jenn have to explain everything?
I think probably I read more books about Mahjong than you.
Oh, that's probably true, yes. Ishanten for Hayakawa, just not quite the right. Oh, yeah, she can go for Sanchoku there. All right, yes, there was a way. There was a path, and she chose it. So hoping for just the right tiles. I believe it's the 8 of bamboos for Sanchoku. Nope, no, it's a 6 of bamboos for Sanchoku. That's not helpful. Waiting for 6-8 of bamboos or 5-8 of cracks.
Just waiting for, it looks like a Sanshoku or a possible shift to a full straight.
Also, yes, also a thing that could happen there. Ooh, this is Ipeko, but questionable Atama. Where is the pair? So she throws from the 3-3-4-4-4-5-5 shape, which is always an interesting weight if you end up with it.
Yeah, she'll lock in the twin sequence, the Ipeko shape, but also leaves a chance, I think, for Nyampeko for 2 twin sequences.
There is still that possibility. Oh, that would have been Tenpai. Ouch.
Needs a couple of perfects to get there, but definitely still in the realm of possibilities here.
Nakada trying to decide when to throw Dora. Uchida
there's a full straight locked in.
Oh, wow.
But no pair, no Atama. But since the Dora is the 8 bamboo, I think you take the headless one away shape here. It's just
I think, yeah, you got to throw 5 of dots and then leave yourself the maximum acceptance possibility for Tenpai, right?
It's kind of struggling because it's just one away also from the Sanshoku shape, and it's all open-ended with the pair decided, so it's not an easy decision here.
It's not an easy one, but boy, yeah, I think you take the guaranteed Itsu. You can even wait for Dora Tanki if it comes to that. Any of those other tiles, like the 6, 7, 8, 9 of Sozu. Oh, is there a con?
All right, con for content from Nakada. We love cons here on the JPML English channel. Extra Dora, especially when there's an extra Dora. Extra Dora is 7 bamboo.
7.
Whoo, so that gives Hayakawa 2 Dora in there, and I think that means that if she can Tenpai, she doesn't want to get that open-ended.
Well, this is the moment. This is the moment that Nakada chooses to throw Dora. Will be safe. Yeah, he's safe right now.
Yes, why can't I get Itsu and Sanshoku in the same hand? Pain. Great question.
Yes.
We ask that every single day in our games. That's what she wanted. She can wait on either the 6 or the 7 and have the Itsu plus 2 Dora. What a great hand. She's not going to reach. She could easily change it to something else, change her weight to something else.
Dante's hand just not quite getting there.
Oh, and that's 2 Dora Tenpai. For yeah, and 2 Dora, the same sort of 2 Dora shape that Hayakawa. Oh, the 5 dot could have been the pair. Ah, pain. But we have a reach from Uchida waiting for the 6-9 bamboo. Of course, if Hayakawa draws it, I think she'll just switch to a double weight there, so it won't come out from her. But with the reach, maybe she's not quite sure exactly what is safe here.
She might be leaning towards giving up. All right. Still Tanki for the green dragon.
Yeah, it's a good Tanki. Once cut green dragon, I love it. I would do that. If I have green dragon. Oh, and a reach from Dante as well, waiting for the middle 2 dot. against a reach, but Uchida will draw
and
it.
Uchida draws the winner.
That was
And that will
crazy
really
hand.
extend her lead.
What a crazy hand.
Huge draw.
Yeah, no Uradora. Actually, that green dragon that Hayakawa was waiting for was the Uradora, the hidden Dora indicator.
So I believe that's 3,000, 6,000. She was already, if not still in the lead. And Pinsamo Dori Dori Dori.
Didn't she have twin sequence, Ipeiko?
Oh, that's, yeah, that too. I think. Did it get all the way up to Baimon? Or did it get all the way up to Baimon?
No, I think she only had 2 Dora. It was just the 7.
She had 2 Dora, but wasn't there? I think there was an Uradora too.
No, okay. I thought that the Uradora was a 9. The indicator was a 9 bamboo.
Oh, did I?
I might be wrong.
But there were 2, right? Because there was a con. So I think there was a 2 of dots.
The other one was the the 2 of dots and there's a green dragon. So no, she did not. Unless did she have the 2 dots? Is that what she had?
She had 2, 3, 4 of dots.
Oh, okay. Reach sumo Ipeiko Pinfu Dora 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 for
massive hand. That gives her a pretty commanding lead in this game, going to her turn as dealer. First hand of the South round. South being a triple already in Nakada's hand.
I don't know why I can't find everything. It was not Ippatsu. And that's why it was Hanemon, I think.
Excuse me. Menpin Sumo Ipeiko Dori 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 is just short of Baimon.
Of course, when you hear Garthe say Dory, it means Dora. Why?
Right.
It's the exact same number of syllables.
So that's how you know, right?
I mean,
translation.
It's not. He doesn't say it to shorten the word.
It's because it's adorable. By the way, Hayakawa is 1 away from ready with an all pairs hand, I believe. I believe. And 2 Dora in the hand. So not crushing it this game. There's Tempai. There's Tempai. Dori Dori.
It's a good thing Garth thinks he's cute.
Right? Somebody's gotta.
Yeah, someone does gotta.
If not me, then who?
Mystery.
Hayakawa, ooh, another triple for Nakada. Puts her still 2 away from ready. Those 2 triples, so now she's kind of missing an Atama. Not a lot of value in the hand at the moment, unless you can get that Dora, which there are very few left. 1 away for Dante. How does she attack here? 6, like the Sanchoku is just not quite obviously there. There have to be some changes, like perhaps 5, 6, 7 Sanchoku. She gets the right Pinzu. There's another one of the 9s of bamboos that Hayakawa wants. It seems like a nice weight, but that pairing up in Date's hand that was not Date. That was Uchida's hand, is probably not helpful.
Question in the chat: what are thoughts on reaching all pairs?
You have to. It's all about choosing the right weight.
You want to hear my thoughts about reaching all pairs?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know. Oh, that's exactly the 7 that I was just talking about her needing. And what are your thoughts on reaching all pairs?
Wait, you said pretty much know what my thoughts are. So what do you think they are?
I have to say, when you asked that question, I was not thinking about what were your thoughts. What are your thoughts? I'm pretty sure you just hate Cheetoids 7 pairs in general.
Yeah, I will tell you, I hate reaching all pairs. I hate Dama all pairs.
Right.
I do not like all pairs. Garth, I am. I do not like it in a boat. I do not like it with a goat. I do not like it when it's
I can
sea, and
appreciate
I
that.
do
Yep.
not like it in the sea. I do not like it in the rain, and I do not like it on a train. But sometimes I will reach the stupid all pairs hand.
Kana does go for Sanchoku. If she gets there, she'll be throwing from one of those triples. That'll make her Atama. Yeah, it's the problem is, there's just so much risk and almost certainty that you're gonna make a mistake. You're gonna choose the wrong one. I mean, certainly when you're Tempai, you have pretty much a 50-50 chance, unless there's only two left of one and there's three. There's only one left of one and there's still three left of the other. All right, then that's not quite a 50-50 chance. But
How
if
is
you know
it
you're
50-50 chance? You're either gonna win or you're not.
Yes, there are people who think of probability that way. That is true. So yeah, there's just so much possibility of disappointment that yes, that's gonna be hard to make a commitment. But that's where the points is making that commitment. The easiest, of course, is when you're ready and waiting for Dora. Well, then you just might as well reach. Your hand's not going to get any more expensive. Oh, God. Dante, poor Dante, just dancing right around Tempai. Not quite getting there. She'll commit still more to the 5-6-7 Sanchoku than the other one. 6-7-8. Still not getting there. Really like the 8 of bamboos or the 8 of dots for Tempai.
One does not go for Chitoi, one simply stumbles into it. Yeah. It's just like when you're drunk in the middle of the night in Shinjuku.
Well, she stumbled into the win there. And after a first place finish in the first game, puts her in kind of a comfortable second place, also going into her turn as dealer. Hayakawa in not bad shape here in the second half of the second round of the second game.
Chitoi Tempai is also 3 away from Suango Tempai, which is Sanjen Shonten. 3
That's a very good point.
And that is something that Garth and I always take to heart for sure. I always struggle with the decision between Chitoi and Toi Toi. I think in general, if you have a lot of middle pairs, then Chitoi is usually better. And if you have a lot of edge, like 8s and 9s and honor tile pairs, then Toi Toi is a valid option.
Certainly, another equation, part of the equation there is how many of those pairs are actual value tiles. Like, for example, say Hakatsujun or the seat wind, your seat wind, or the round wind. Or perhaps if one of the pairs is Dora, and you can pawn that, that is instantly Mangan and possibly instantly Hanuman, depending on what other value you have in the hand.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, and we always say, is there's no one right answer. So a lot of people love Chitoi, all pairs, and I just do not. It's not a real hand. Yes. You have to have four sets of 3 in one pair in Mahjong. Fake hand.
Chitoi it's a real frustrating hand. That an adverb, I guess. It's really frustrating.
I'm happy with real. I think colloquially real can definitely be an adverb.
Doesn't I think Stephen King is anti-adverbs.
I think you're talking about Bob Dylan.
I never talk about Bob Dylan voluntarily.
I know. I think you're involuntarily talking about Bob Dylan.
Hayakawa immediately throws safe into, I believe that's Uchida's reach. Is her turn as dealer, but there is no need to push. Uchida waiting for the red dragon and the eight of dots. Here's one of those red dragons in Hayakawa's hand. Will she continue to play safe? She will lean that way. This is, once again, still one away from ready for Nakada. She's got a lot of points to make up. She does still have another turn as dealer coming up, so she may not need to push yet.
Yeah, you're right. Stephen King, he doesn't say never use an adverb. He's saying don't overuse them.
Oh.
So you should always be suspicious. You should. Adverbs are sus, is what he would say in the young person's vernacular.
Oh, he wouldn't say never.
Nope.
Never being an oh, Uchida draws her winner. Not her turn as dealer, but still some major points to end Hayakawa's turn as dealer. That's one of everybody's big enemies. So Uchida will move herself a little bit closer to the current chip leader, Hayakawa, and Nakada will get her shot.
I think Bob Dylan is the one who said, like, always use lots and lots of verbs or something. Something about.
Somebody should have told him to write some music.
His lyrics are great.
No, that's why the guy got an award for his lyrics. He sure didn't get any Grammys for his music.
I don't think anybody is claiming that Bob Dylan is a great singer. He's a great lyricist.
A lot of people claim that he's a musician.
Well, that's why you have to add adjectives. He's definitely a musician. It's not up for debate.
No, I think that's pretty debatable. He's certainly not a singer, right? There's that.
I think I forgot to make these videos smaller than their. Oops. I hope that we don't get tagged, like flagged for this. I'll make it smaller right now.
What might happen?
It's just if the AI decides that we copied another person's content.
Hayakawa has an interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hayakawa has an interesting Koshi temptation going on right now. A lot of outside tiles in Uchida's hand too. So Hayakawa will keep pushing towards at least an outside hand. She got completed a run in the outside Manzu there.
Sorry, I think I punched my mic a few times. Sorry if I hurt your ears, guys.
I keep doing that myself. Ooh, there's a nice gut shot for Nakada. Return as dealer. She'd like to make some magic. Outside tile, but not quite the one that Uchida wanted. That completes another run, and will Rinka be tempted to move towards a Mensu hand?
Sequence?
Oh, there's another. Oh.
It's such a
Three
tough
away
decision.
from ready.
I think my image of Hayakawa is like now. I don't know back then. Maybe she went for more back then. Now I think she doesn't push that hard for Yakuman hands.
She has no Atama yet either. So the Jusanmen Machi 13-sided weight is still a dream. Shunhatsu. Oh! So waiting for Chun or Tori. Chun Tori. For the 13-sided weight.
She has 10. I think she has 11, not 10. I think she's not up to. She only has 2 inside tiles, and she doesn't have anything. You have a 13 tile hand, so it's 11. I was reading the chat. The chat said she has 10, but maybe she had 10. Oh, and maybe we're on a delay a little bit. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I read your comment late.
Oh, not quite. Oh, she does have a Tama. All right, sorry. I missed Hatsu getting in there.
Okay, so she has 10 tiles, 9. Sorry, she has 10 types, 11 tiles, and just 2 away.
Waiting for Chun and Tori. Both of the Tories are in other people's hands, so that would have to be one of them not needing it. There's none. Now she's one away.
One Jen
I missed. Oh, getting a little nervous.
She drew the pair later, so she didn't have a pair.
So she's waiting for
when she was 2 away.
She needs Chun. She cannot draw a one of bamboos at the moment, or for the whole rest of this hand, actually. And interesting, Nakada will choose to change her weight there.
By Dante.
All right, Tori will not be coming out of her hand. Oh, there's one of the Chuns she needs.
I don't know, it could come out of Uchi's, but can she keep going with this 2-character, 4-character? They're both safe to the reach.
But can she not? Oh, she is going to keep pushing.
There's no reason, and the 2 and the 4 are completely safe. They're safe to her, to Nakada here. They're safe to her left player. They're safe to the reach across the table.
There's one more Chun left, right? One more Chun or 2? One,
I need
2.
another camera angle. I think there's 2 left.
Coming to the end of the Chuban. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Oh, darn. And kind of what you were talking about with Oi, that is just strong play. She gets the Tempai. I don't. Her Dora was the Ura Dora, right? Not Omote. I think it was just Pinfu, reach Pinfu. That is a strong play. That is an attacking play.
I think she had a 9, and the 9 was the Omote Dora.
So Omote, okay.
Yeah.
So Pinfu and Dora. All right, that's a valid reach, whether you're going to be just attacking all the time or
yeah, it's Mahjong 101. Reach and draw your winner.
It's a good parent. So Uchida would just like to end this game quickly, make off with the win for herself, and kind of even the score with Dante and really get herself, well, yes, Hayakawa would still finish in 2nd place. Hayakawa in good shape. This game ends currently already. Hayakawa with a nice hand. Possible half flush forming. And one away from ready with the 4-5-6. Yeah. 4-5-6 Sanchoku perhaps? No? Yeah.
I definitely saw 1 4-5-6.
I think the other 2 were both gut shots. Hayakawa leaning away from the half with only 1 south on the board.
Yeah, not quite locked in yet for that Sanshoku. She could lock it in at any moment, but the thing is, a 4-dot is a Dora, and she's got a pair of those. And the north looks like a pretty good weights once cut. I don't think anyone's going to hold it back, even if she reaches. So I would probably rather wait for that north weight if she can get to Tempai before the second one is discarded, instead of waiting for a middle 5 weight.
Or there's also drawing the 5. Oh, there's one of them that she needs. Now she is probably likely to lean more towards the pair weight if she gets there. Oh, here's a possible change. Nope, not even going to think about it. Could have considered the full straight. If she got basically any Manzu, she can change and drop out the north. That would also open up the possibility of cheating or
No, I feel like the more likely change would have been maybe edging towards Tanya, but nope, she will go for that north weight that I called. Corner pocket.
Also, she didn't.
There it is. There's a north
Sancho
coming out. Not yet from
not
she has
from
too many safe
Hayakawa.
tiles, but if she runs out, I think that north is coming out.
So she did have the Sanchoku possibility. She did not decide to wait quietly for Sanshoku. She's hoping that the north becomes dangerous enough for somebody to push.
Because the 4 is the Dora. She'd have to discard the Dora, so there's no waiting quietly either way. When the dealer discards the Dora, then you are on alert.
Hayakawa is definitely playing safe. I don't think there's any chance of her throwing the north before she throws all other safe tiles. And for the moment, this hand is, well, actually the Dora are still actually in the wall, huh? She could draw her own winner. Still 3 of her tiles in the wall. All right. Both Dora and 1 north. Both remaining Dora and the remaining north tile. Planning a triple for Uchida, but she is not likely to be pushing. Well, there's a value tile. Could another value tile be lined up in the wall? Just a couple down from that draw. The last remaining north. Uchida will just throw the first of a white dragon. That's interesting. Not clearly safe. Hayakawa will continue to play safe. The east passed earlier. Still none of Dante's winning tiles going to anybody else. There's one, finally. Hayakawa draws a dangerous Dora. She will, of course, just be folding as hard as she can. Still 2 tiles. 1 4 and 1 north. Just waiting to be drawn by Dante. This hand is almost certainly it's not really going to be won by anybody else. Dante is Tempai, so it's most likely to end in a draw as we draw near the end. There's still a chance.
Look at all those different meanings of draw used in the
right?
same breath.
She just can't get there. Still 2 of them out there, right? 1 north and 1.
No, there's a north on the board already. It was already discarded.
Oh, there was? Oh, okay, okay.
It was the first discard of Uchida.
Oh, you're right. Yes. All right. So there was just 1 more 4 of dots, and it's in the wall. Hayakawa playing safe. There's no risk of it coming out from her hand.
Yeah, I mean, I think if she had run out of safe tiles, we would have seen it because that's going to be one of the first ones. But she just had a plethora of safe tiles.
Had enough safety. Didn't need danger.
So don't forget this Friday at 2 p.m. Japan time. So it will be 1 a.m. Eastern and 10 p.m. Pacific. We will be streaming this year's second Ourai tournament final table on this channel. First game will be broadcast for free.
Got quite a breeze going on in the background with Kono and whoever else was sitting next to him.
I did try and keep it pretty frosty in that room because of the tiles and the equipment and the lights.
Right, it can get pretty hot in there if they don't.
It gets really cold when they do.
Yeah, some of us are Atsugari.
Yep. I am the exact opposite of that, which is Samugari. Did you even know that word?
Samugari. I only know Atsugari and not Samugari.
Yeah, because you've never experienced Samugari.
I mean, I can, again, argue it's something that doesn't exist. It's just an imaginary thing, obviously.
Oh.
So hands are kind of moving along here. We've got Hayakawa 2 away from ready. We've got possible monster forming in Nakada's hand, 1 triple and 2 doubles of honor tiles. Any moment, it could become a half flush. Things could triple up. Or not. She will poem. Okay, so that was actually not yet. Only 1 pair, and then there's a couple singletons. So she'll take the red dragon, and that gets Dante to Tenpai. No hesitation. Insta reach. 1 away from ready for Hayakawa. Not the greatest weight, but an early reach. So she's hoping that it will force the other players to give up. Like, for example, Hayakawa here. No obviously safe tiles. Will she throw
just
the
1 away
1
from
definitely?
ready.
It's 1 away from ready.
So she'll draw to discard the 4 because it's Suji to the 1 dot.
It's an interesting choice.
It passed,
Passes
and she
for
has
now.
1 more. She has 1 more, and she can take Tenpai if she...
She could get Tenpai.
Discarding the second 4 dot. Nakada has that 3 dot in her hand, trying to find something else to discard. The 5.
Please don't find the 3 dot. That's the dangerous one.
And the 5 was the reach declaration tile, so that's all good. Uchida just 1 away from Tenpai as well, I think. Ish. Oh no!
Oh no!
She'll do the 5 first. Right? Okay. Okay, the 6 is good. That's fine.
Oh, this is problematic for Nakada.
Well, the thing is, if she discards the 5, she can be waiting for the odd yamen, the fake open-ended,
The
and the
then you're right.
3/6, so she'll probably be able to use it. Hopefully she does.
Especially tragic would be...
perfect.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect. Tenpai. 5 bamboo just passed. She just discarded and it passed. What is she thinking about? If 1 5 passes, the other 5 passes. Almost always.
Angle shooting here? What's up? Did she forget that the 5 passed already? I mean, it's also...
I wonder if she's trying...
the
if she's
discard.
calculating score real quick. Or not so quick, but... Oh! What?
I'm confused. So for some reason, Nakada chooses not to take Tenpai there.
Oh, that would have been
and
sumo.
Would have won. Oh no!
She discards a 3 into waiting. They were both fruity 10. I'm not sure what. Did she? Maybe she forgot that she discarded the 5 after reach. I don't know.
But boy,
yeah,
it was also the reach, like you said, the reach discard.
Yeah, the declaration tile.
I think we have a little bit of the pressure of possibly her first time on a final table.
Yeah, it does get really stressful. And especially the first game was really long. This game hasn't been as long, but it is intense on that table and under those lights and with COVID face guards on.
Yeah. All kinds of distractions. So a bit of a break for Date. Does get to steal some points from Nakada and continue her turn as dealer. That puts her...
She earned points from Nakada. She did not steal them.
Right. Also, she's really close now to Hayakawa. That would be a big change in placements if she could take second place from Hayakawa. Uchida also has a pretty very what's the word I'm looking for? Useful, changeable, versatile. She has a pretty versatile hand. Uchida can
versatile, flexible. Flexible is a good one.
Flexible. There's a good word for it. A lot of tiles she can call here. Here's another one. I think we might see her trying to walk off with this if she gets a chance to pawn anything. Oh, there's another value tile for Dante. Another pair.
Wow. Well, there's the pawn from Dante.
She will not hesitate.
She had too many blocks. She's going to have to get rid of one, and she'll get rid of the 4/5. So she'll keep that edge weight, the 1/4 edge weight of bamboo, and also
the possible pawn of her own wind. So she can add a little value to her hand that way. It does slightly limit the tiles that she can win on, but possibly adds value if she can get there.
And it gives her more people she can call from.
Oh, that's also another way. Oh, and that makes it triple in Uchida's hand.
She will take the extra block and pawn.
And pawn.
Probably the 3 dot is going out. Yes. Most difficult, generally the most difficult tile in that bunch to pawn with.
A little closer to Tempai.
Yeah, Nakada just went away, and that's Tempai for Date. She took the cheaper 8 bamboo pawn.
The one of bamboos, of course, was also the Dora, so it makes it adds a whole lot more value to Uchida's hand. There's one in here in Nakada's hand, and of course Dante wants it, so it's not going to be coming out from any of them. Darn.
Deals into Dante, so we have one more hand dealer at least.
And that is a huge place for that to come out of for Dante also. Well, only 1,500 points, so not that many points. But it does inch her closer to even Dante in first place for this game. Oh, and a nice starting hand for Dante.
She is ready to
one
milk
away
this
from
dealer
ready.
turn, yeah.
Kochi. Go Kochi.
Again for Hayakawa.
Right? Not terrible starting tiles for Nakada here. 6, 7, 8. 2 6 7 8's already completed, and another 6, I believe it was. That's she's Yansh. Oh yeah, Ishanten. She'll push towards the 1, 2, 3, 4 Sanchoku.
Do you know in last year's women's league final table, I think Kaori went for Kokshi like 3 times, and she did get it once. She did end up winning the tournament, but I think she's like us. She goes for Kokshi quite often. Most players do not go for it that often.
Tough break for Date. She would have been Tempai, I believe. Had she not just thrown... She threw 4 of dots. Oh yeah, she could have been waiting on a pair weight. Not a great weight. She'd really like the 2 or 3 of cracks, especially the 3 of cracks would give her an open weight. Oh, she went back to the 1, 2, 3, 4 possibility. Oh, nope, she's going to accept it. She's still pushing for that 1, 2, 3. Ooh, another Kokshi tile for Hayakawa. Can she get there before Date somehow gets the Tempai? Man, just Date aimed for that Sanchoku, And it just turns out that the other routes were all the ways to get there.
That's counting. Hold on.
Just cannot get the right tempi. Will she wait for another
tempi,
4
it's not
dots?
a bad
No.
weight.
Right. I think she really wanted Sanchoker, kept aiming for the 1, 2, 3, and it just, the other tiles game. Oh, temptation.
Just one away from ready. The dots will pass. The dots will pass.
Probably, yeah, right. There's a few of them out there.
I mean,
7 is Suji, 2 is under like some. I think both of those were Tsumogiri. It would be pretty surprising if one of those was it. Is she going to play safe? Is she going to go for it?
Really safe, honestly. The 7 dot, because with the 8 dot discard as the first discard, and then the 4-3 in that order. The 7, yeah, the 7 looks fine.
There you go.
Looks fine.
Good,
and
good.
if you're tempai, you can push. If you have Kokshi tempai, and you still have winning tiles,
yeah,
you can push. That is a risk versus return calculation.
That's just good math.
Well, especially against a reach, people are going to be discarding honors and outside tiles most of the time. Okay, safe. Why do I want this Kokshi to win so badly?
I know, she's already way in the lead. It does sort of make the rest of the games perhaps a bit less exciting if she gets there.
How far she is in the lead right now, because she is at around 40 total. Uchida is going to be above her, so
none and pay.
Remember that the scores at the top are just the scores from the last game. These current scores have not been calculated into them yet. So when we calculate into those, Uchida is actually in first place overall, I believe. 30? 30? Oh, maybe not quite. Sorry, she's plus 15. So plus 15 plus 40.
2 is safe. She'll throw that one. All right. Just some indication that the 5 is safe. Sorry. I
was counting Sankei Shimbun Cup scores. No, you're paying attention to Mahjong and I'm just chatting.
Oh, I'm not sure she can push anymore.
Yeah, that 6 is rough. 5 is rough.
The 5 is rough. There's just no reason to think you through those. There's a bunch of 4s. There's a little bit of a Kabe there, but yeah. No desperate need to push there. And that's one away from ready for Nakada, but she will play safe. And the reach, oh, there's a possible Suji trap formed. Hayakawa throwing in the towel, waving the white flag. Uchida will have, not Uchida, Date will have the rest of this hand to herself. The other 3 players.
And that means we will have another all last. We're already on a 3rd continuance.
That would have been Tempai for Nakada. But it would not have been in time. Drawing her winner and an Rodora and Blam. Mangan.
Also, before the game ends, everyone, I will be starting a new podcast tomorrow on the Mahjong Jenn channel. It will be starting just about an hour before now. So it will be 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, and at noon Japan. So we'll take the lunch break from Japan, evening time for America. It's going to be a bilingual show, nothing about Mahjong really. It's going to be mostly comedy and variety and games and guests. We're going to have guests that we interview every week. If you're studying Japanese or you're interested in Japanese, it will be a really fun show to practice your skills, practice your listening skills. We'll be using a lot of English as well. So, please check out the Mahjong Jenn channel and come listen to Sayaka and myself. Sayaka is a Japanese comedian based in LA.
Exciting. I believe she's got to be close to the lead here. She is in the lead. There, Dante has overtaken Uchida first place in this game. And having pushed Hayakawa down into third place, that may put her into first place overall.
Hey Garth, is there a Yakumon for continuances?
What is the way to answer that question?
I think there's a local Yaku, isn't there, for 8 continuances as dealer?
Oh, is that what you mean? Oh, yeah. I think you're right about that. Yeah, if you manage to win 8 games, continuances, just continuances, not you don't have to win 8. You have to just even tempai a few times is enough.
Karin-chan, but
it is a very niche local rule for sure. I don't think you're going to find any pro rule sets that would accept such a Yakuman.
And the thing is that I've never played with it. I've only read about it. But
yeah.
Yeah, it says you have to win as one player wins 8 times 8 hands in a row.
That reminds
so
me a
hard
little
to keep
bit.
track of. You don't have to even be dealer anymore. Sorry.
That reminds me a little bit more of, say, Manemon.
I love
like that
Manemon.
kind of local rule.
I love Manemon. I don't know. Does everyone know what Manemon is? It's when you discard the same tiles as the player to your left. So if they discard the east for their first discard, you discard the east for your first discard. When you get up to 5, it's Mangon. If you make it to 6, it's Hanemon. If you make it to 8, it's Baimon. You don't like end the hand, you just pay the points and keep playing that hand.
So yeah, insta loss.
So you could possibly like lose the Manemon and also deal into somebody else's hand. Or
another
that
pair.
Hand,
another pair for Hayakawa, but she already thrown the pair from the white dragons. So she'll continue on that path. Unless she draws another pair. Not this draw. Bunch of open-ended weights. Oh, there's completing a triple for Nakada. So San Jen Shanchen.
It's not that much of a tongue twister.
I'm just never quite sure.
Shan Ten.
Jen Shan Ten.
There you go.
San Jen Shan Ten.
Yes.
Moving towards Tanyao for Date. Uchida has possible Sanchoku. Hayakawa will take Tempai. He wants to sneak off with just third place is fine. How does Dante want to get to Tempai? This doesn't really improve anything at the moment. Does make Pinfu perhaps a little more possible if she can draw the 6 of dots. Or also Tanyao. That improves the weight. So she can hold on to the gut shot in the Sozu and now also have an open-ended weight. She'll hold on to the Pinzu gut shot. I suspect pretty soon she will chi anything to get to Tempai. Uchida just not quite getting any closer to Tempai. And that throws into Hayakawa.
All right, that will end the game. Hayakawa saves some points. think that will keep her at least in first place overall.
I think if she stays in third place, I don't think that was enough. Yeah, she's definitely not getting back into second place. I think she might have been because she stayed in third place, and that was a pretty big win for Dante. And Dante was positive after the last game also.
Oh yeah, she had plus 10.
Yeah, this is definitely a minus score for Hayakawa.
It might be just about tied.
It is a close one, yeah. It's going to be close between Hayakawa and Dante. Uchida is going to be.
Scores were at the end of the game. She can vamp for a second.
Uchida will be farther back in third place. That's once again a third. Well, it's a second place finish for Uchida, but not making up quite as much ground as she'd have liked. I think she's going to be close to 0, and Hayakawa and Dante are probably going to have. Okay.
So Uchida is in third place with minus 1.1 overall. Hayakawa in first place still with plus 40.6. Dante less than 1,000 points behind her with 39.7. And Nakada way behind right now with minus 79.2. So Hayakawa and Dante neck and neck for game 3, which we will watch next week. In the meantime, if you would like to watch the entire final table of this season's semi-annual Ouraisen, or the U29 Women's Tournament, please consider a paid membership. JPML Superfan will get you access to all of our paid content. We have 2 final tables this month. I'm not sure if we'll have any. Well, we'll have something paid content next month. It might be something from New York. It might be a final table. In November, we will definitely have the OE final table that we will show behind the paywall. So if you would like to support us, right now we're basically doing. It's basically volunteer right now, and we have to kind of prove to JPML that we can make an English channel work, but they are really positive about bringing English content to the world. Also, watch next week for not only a video about Tamash, the World Reach Pro playing in the Masters tournament, the JPML Masters tournament, but also we will be back next Wednesday as well for another free edition of JPML Select to watch games 3 and 4 from today's final table.
Right.
Yep. Follow the Mahjong Jenn channel to watch Jenn and Garthe roast with our special guests each week. I have another episode coming out that I said last week I had coming out. I just have to do the subtitles. It's just there's so much to do.
Oh.
Yeah, tomorrow's podcast, it will be streamed live on YouTube, but then after that you will also be able to access it from your favorite podcast provider. Spotify, iTunes, I think Amazon, all them stuffs.
Wherever you watch your podcasts.
All right.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for all the comments. It's really fun to talk when you guys are in the chat.
Yeah, it's. I should really try to pay attention to that. We have covered many times how I cannot walk and chew gum or talk and chew gum. Talk and listen.
Please don't talk and chew gum. That would just drive me nuts.
That would be annoying, wouldn't it? But yes, thanks for all of the participation.
Oh, yeah,
and we hope to see you on Friday.
Or also, if you're in New York, save October 13th for our Mahjong Matsuri. Sorry. I had to interrupt
No. Yeah, that was good time. Good time.
October 13th, Jenn and Garthe will be in New York City, in Manhattan, at Sparrow's Nest. We would love for you to join our Mahjong Matsuri. I'll be in Yukata. Garthe will be in Happy. We'll have a mini tournament and prizes, and also, I don't know, maybe we'll have some games. We usually
general
have some
hilarity.
Games. Yeah.
One night only.
Cool stuff for y'all.
Supplies are limited.
Alrighty then.
Signing off.
Thank you, everybody. See you on Friday and/or next week.